Why is childcare so expensive in America? In this video, we are going to dive deep into this topic that affects millions of American families like myself and yours too. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Catherine Agupjan, and here at Sisters for Financial Independence, we cover topics related to money, motherhood, and everything in between. Childcare is a necessity. Unfortunately, though, childcare continues to increase with inflation, meaning many families pay more each year for childcare. And we are going to walk through some of the reasons why that is the case. The first reason why childcare is so expensive in America is staffing and wages. First, let's just address the fact that it's important to recognize that quality childcare requires skilled and dedicated professionals. You want people with a background in education, experience in childcare to be managing and taking care of our children. Now, a quality daycare will want employees to be up to date on all of their safety and education training. And if they've got top certifications for childcare from higher education, that also will likely increase their need for higher salaries. However, hiring and retaining qualified staff does come at a price. Wages for childcare providers are often low, leading to staff turnover and increased training costs for new hires. So, part of the reason why childcare is so expensive is because of staffing and wages. Keep in mind too that state labor laws require childcare centers to hire enough adults to care for a certain number of children to maintain the health and safety of the facility. More staff will mean higher expenses that will get passed down to parents. The next reason why childcare is so expensive in the US is operational expenses. Now, childcare centers are businesses, and running a childcare facility involves a lot of operational expenses from rent, utilities, insurance, marketing, and maintenance. Childcare facilities, after all, are brick and mortar businesses. Location is a big factor in the success of these centers. They are normally located with lots of space, which means higher rents or mortgages. The cost to run childcare centers quickly add up, and providers must factor them into their fees to keep the lights on and the door open at these centers. The next reason why childcare is expensive in the US is safety regulations. When you are shopping around, yes, you should be shopping around for a place for your son or daughter. You want a place that's safe, that provides a nurturing environment, and safety comes at a cost. Now, ensuring the safety and well being of children is a top priority, and rightly so. But maintaining compliance with stringent safety regulations can be costly in the long term. From childproofing the environment to investing in up to date safety equipment, providers face ongoing expenses to meet these standards. Daycares are licensed businesses protected by accident and liability insurance. So, just like any other personal or business insurance policy, they cost money. The next reason why childcare is so expensive in America is because we unfortunately have limited government support. Now, unlike some countries, the United States has limited government support for childcare. With fewer subsidies and public funding, providers are left to cover the cost themselves, often passing them on to parents. This lack of support puts an extra burden on families like you and I struggling to afford childcare. So, what I would recommend is keep a pulse out on any laws or regulations that might change this, that might provide public funding for childcare. Call up your state reps, call up your assembly women or men, and let them know that childcare funding is important so that it can help lower the cost for all families that need childcare. And the last reason why childcare is so expensive in the US is just basic economics: limited supply versus high demand. Now, the demand for childcare in the United States is enormous, but the supply often falls short, which means many areas suffer a shortage of available childcare options, leading to increased competition and higher prices. When demand outstrips supply, providers can charge more due to scarcity. We'll dive into the different kinds of childcare options in part two of this series, and we will also dive into how you can save for childcare expenses in part three of this series. For now, though, if you are looking for childcare, I would absolutely recommend that you shop around and do your research early. Figure out what your options are, talk to other parents, join Facebook groups where parents are chatting and providing their experience on childcare centers, nannies, and au pairs so that you have an idea of the cost as well as the operational expenses that will come from you having to either send your kid to a childcare center or having to hire someone to care for your children. Now, investing in high quality childcare is essential for the growth and development of our children. Now, many of us are struggling to pay for childcare, for daycare, for nannies, but we also have to take a more proactive approach with this, a more community minded approach so that we can get more childcare funding to our communities and that we can alleviate some of the stress for our families as well as future families down the line. Thank you so much for joining me today in this video. I would recommend checking out this playlist where we cover topics related to budgeting, investing, so you can manage your money better for yourself and your family. And I will see you next time for the next video. Bye.